Welcome back to Weird Tech Finds, the tech show where all of the comments are guaranteed to be smarter than the actual show. I'm Ross Palmer. Let's get into it.
What the?
In today's installment of Welp, guess this is our reality now. We've got some new profound ethical questions to ask ourselves, such as whether sexting AI is cheating or not. We've talked previously about the increasing trend of people dating chatbots, and South Park even did a whole thing on it. Well, it turns out a lot of partners feel that emotional cheating with an AI bot is just as valid of a concern as cheating with a human. I'm lucky that my wife doesn't seem to care that my AI Lucy and I share all of our deepest secrets with each other late at night, because that's not a big deal. But you know what would really cross the line in her opinion? Filing a joint tax return with Lucy GPT. You know how many dependents she has? Ow! Bad news for people who used to love the internet. Google admitted that the internet is now in rapid decline in a court document a couple weeks ago. Not that we needed any further proof, right? And OpenAI CEO Sam Altman recently admitted via X that Twitter and Reddit feels very fake in a way that it really didn't a year or two ago. I wonder why. Now look, I love using AI, and I've enjoyed Google for most of my adult life. But statements like this from companies and people like these kind of feels like a drunk guy with a flamethrower wondering why everything around him is suddenly on fire. It's what we've always feared, people. Doomsday is upon us. Drinking beer attracts mosquitoes, a new study from the Netherlands says. When given the choice between non-drinkers and drinkers, it appears that mosquitoes like to get drunk as much as we do, which explains why they fly around like a granny with a BAC of 0.20. They also prefer the blood of people who slept with someone the previous night, you cheeky little devils. But joke's on you, mosquitoes. Last week it was also revealed that toxic forever chemicals are now found in 95% of beers tested in the US, which means you might be killing us and getting drunk while doing it, but at least you're also being poisoned like the rest of us. You know, it's been a big week for aliens. NASA found signs of ancient life on Mars. They also discovered that Saturn's moon Titan may be creating primitive cells in its lakes. The U.S. House of Representatives heard a slew of military veterans give sobering first-hand accounts of UAP sightings. NASA, of course, maintains that there's no credible evidence for sentient extraterrestrial life, kind of like 2015 when a mystery signal in Australia just turned out to be a microwave oven. But one thing is for sure, a mystery object has indeed entered our solar system, and it's even started changing its shape and color, but it hasn't launched any probes yet, so don't worry. An article notes that its coma, a large atmosphere of gas and dust that surrounds its nucleus, has become more pronounced lately. Now listen, if I wanted a more pronounced coma, I'd sit and watch 8 hours of any mainstream news network. That'll coma you right up. Today's episode is brought to you by Chobro, the world's first nachos-only pop-up stand. Not nacho, Chobro. In your bingo card of things you don't want to see when you wake up in the morning, the godfather of AI, Nobel Prize-winning scientist Geoffrey Hinton, just said that he believes that mass unemployment occurs in 5 to 20 years. That's the best bet. But AI isn't to blame, he says. It's capitalism. Sweet. Sounds like fun. Of course, on the other hand, Nick Bostrom, the man who proposed simulation theory, the idea that all of reality is one big computer simulation, said that the goal is full unemployment. Now, if you believe the positive spin in any utopian future, we may all soon just knit to pass the time and collect beer coasters from around the world. That's not so bad. But from that beautiful vantage point, Bostrom said, people will look back on 2025 and shudder in horror. Hey, I take exception to that. There are plenty of us here today looking at 2025 and shuddering in horror right now.
Good one.
All right, gang, I found a new way for all of us to make money in a post-AI world. Just hear me out. The FDA just approved human trials for pig kidney transplants, and it's actually credible science. Now, we could focus on the enormous breakthrough and all the lives it will save, sure. But more importantly, we now all have more than 2 kidneys to sell. So the next time you find yourself in a bathtub full of ice, buy yourself some bacon to celebrate, because that pig's gonna help you out in more ways than one. Protesters are camped outside Anthropic's office on a hunger strike, with one activist saying last week, quote, "None of these companies have a right to do what they're doing. which is consciously endangering my life, my family's life, all of our lives. And look, I get it. AI is scary. In fact, I made a post about AGI years ago, and Claude Code is also the most awesome piece of tech I've ever personally used. But in response to the protesters' somber assessment of the situation, a representative from Anthropic peered over a giant pile of cash and said, Tesla might have recently just admitted that their cars may never fully drive themselves, possibly as a knock-on to Captain Musk's decision many years ago to abandon LiDAR and other sensor technology in favor of cameras alone, because if a human can drive with only 2 eye cameras, why can't a car? It's the kind of brilliant thinking that's surely worth $1 trillion in compensation. The California DMV sued Tesla for false advertising because of FSD's name, a legal battle that's still raging on. But let's be real here. No one wants to get into a debate about whether any human should be able to be a trillionaire. They shouldn't. Who cares how they make self-driving cars or what methods work? Just wake me up when all new cars sold in the US come standard with a lie-flat bed and an open bar. Scientists fear that microscopic mirror life could wipe out all of humanity. Hooray! We got another one, folks. Let's add it to our chalkboard of imminent catastrophic doomsday scenarios. Ugh. Apparently, on a cellular level, cells have a direction, kind of like the difference between being right-handed and left-handed. And I guess all cells and all life on Earth is right-handed. Scientists are studying creating cells that go the opposite direction, but if one of these mirror cells got released into the wild, nothing could stop it because apparently all life is programmed only to defend against the way cells are normally. The article says a mirror cell poses a level of threat that is well beyond anything that has ever existed on this planet because, again, it has never existed on this planet. I mean, seriously, what the hell? Do you people want me to never sleep again, like ever, really? As one of Earth's rare, precious, left-handed unicorn creatures, I take offense to this. Sure, we're nuisances. Sure, we're ignorant idiots who cause nothing but chaos. But destroying all of humanity? Give me a break. On Tuesday, the National Assessment of Educational Progress issued its latest results, finding that 12th graders' average math and reading scores in 2024 were the lowest on record. Now, I wanted to make a joke about this, but one, it's really more tragic than anything, and two, I could neither read the article nor understand any of the numbers in it. Well, that's it for this episode. Remember, when life hands you lemons, squeeze them into your eyes so the crying never stops. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more.